Hi, I am Mary Mazur, and this is Change Your Funk to Fun. What we will be diving into today and talking about is becoming one with your divine power. Ooh, this is going to be a really good one. Hold on to your britches. Woohoo! Yes, yes, yes. I'll open up this time, this hour for you today, so that you can start beginning to ask questions about your life, about yourself, about who you are, about where you want to go, about what you want to create in your life. Because a very key piece of this is to be able to unlock within you your personal power and your connection with your divine aspect of yourself, your spiritual aspect of yourself. Yes. So that's what we're calling here is becoming one with your divine power. Excellent. And we can break this down. We're going to break this down into pieces so that you can build up into understanding what this means, into getting into feeling how it is for you. We want you to get into your body and to start asking yourself key questions and start begin to notice what comes up for you. Notice, how are you with this? Do you have any resistance to do you have any resistance with this? Do you have, are you open and curious and in the great wonder of it? If you are, that's flipping awesome. You're actually at the woohoo way end to really start diving in and really start, I guess, uncovering, starting to really connect with who you really are and letting yourself fly. That's at one end, which is super awesome. And that's where I love to play in. And we can also go into the beginning steps of this. And that's where I used to be before I learned and used PSYCH-K. So, what is PSYCH-K? Thank you for asking. PSYCH-K is a very user-friendly tool that helps you rewrite the software of your mind so that you get to change the printout of your life. How flippin' awesome is that, right? That means that you get to use this tool for you to begin to put in the beliefs that you believe, to actually upgrade your program and literally take off all the other beliefs that you got from everybody else, which we all did our first 7 years of life. We did. We agreed to do this when we became human here as a newborn baby. Yes, we embodied all the beliefs that our parents had, our mom or dad, or whoever raised you, and even your siblings, your teachers at that time, at that young age, or maybe even young coaches, the big influences that you had in your life. We literally soaked it up, especially the first 2 years and especially the first 7 years. Okay. Potently the first two, because we literally had no filters. We were in the delta waves of our brains, which means it's like we were sleeping. So you see these newborn babies, they're gorgeous and beautiful, with their eyes open and laughing and playing and crying. And yeah, they actually are in the delta brave wave um, a mechanism to completely receive what is necessary for them to receive so they can live their life here. And that's what happened to each one of us. Yes. And then from 2 to 7 years old, our brain waves begin to move a little bit faster in the theta wave. So as an adult here, we can go into a deep meditation in the theta wave. It's a beautiful trance, or even hypnosis is in those brain waves, and begin to reprogram our minds. And even with PSYCH-K, I don't know if they've actually done research with that, but just from my experience, I step into my alpha and theta waves when I'm making the changes at the subconscious level of the mind using PSYCH-K. So just from my own experience, I would offer that. Yes. So we did this coming in here, and learning how to step into your personal power is a very key piece for living more in your love, more in joy, more in flow, more in enjoying your life here, like realizing, wow, this is a really cool place to live. That earth is like beautiful, it's gorgeous, it has so many opportunities for us here. It literally does in every possible way. And there are some people that are not there yet. And so if we move into the beginning phases of actually activating our own personal power within us, that is really first that we have to do before we can actually step into integrating our divine power. So we go in phases and stages here. So personal power is important. And in order to do that, we actually do need to experience, at least in the 20th century anyway, we agree to experience survival instincts and mechanisms to learn from and master. and some suffering or painful experiences. So I would have to guess that each one of you listening have had some of those. I know I certainly have in my life, especially my younger years, and then in my life. So if you are experiencing those things where you are still in survival mode, and that just means you're just running from fear or operating from fear, you're vibrating in fear, you're just in that survival mechanism. It's a contrasting vibration, it's a contrasting experience of resistance, of thinking that there's a threat, thinking that there can be some harm that could happen to you, not feeling safe. Okay. And that could be from either the stories you heard growing up, or even what you saw or heard or felt during your younger year experiences, or even what happened to you personally. And any and all of those things get written in your subconscious mind. Yes, and this is the gift of Psych-K. The gift of Psych-K is that you get to work directly with your subconscious mind. And your highest part of you, we call it your superconscious mind, or others may call it your higher self, or your divine self, your oneness self, your love self. Yes, you get to also work with that part of you using Psych-K, and your conscious part of you, which is really cool. Which means you, as your human being here, as your level of awareness, level of consciousness of as you are right now, your consciousness, you're awake, you're not sleeping right now. So yes, you are conscious right now, even listening to this talk. And I am conscious right now speaking it and sharing with you the ideas and the philosophies, the principles, the universal laws and knowledges that are coming through me. So take whatever I say and let it see if it does sit well with you, or if it offers you something that is good, something that can help you expand and view things in a new way, or even operate in a new way. Then that is my intention here today, is to offer for you new ways that you can view yourself and view your life, and so that you can activate your personal power within you, and then even aspects of oneness with your divine power. If you're ready for that too, then come aboard. We would love to have you with that too. We're going to go to the highest of the high here, and then even the beginning steps of the lowest of the low, or the beginning steps, and then even in between. So there's so many different ones that may be listening to this talk, and so we want to honor all of you. You are perfect where you are right now. It's exactly where you are, because you are where you are right now at this moment. Each one of us is, right? And the gift is because you're still here, you are here living in this world, that there's some important work for you to do. There is some purpose for you to learn, experience, expand in, and contribute to. And so this is going to be helping you uncover some of this. And then that way you get to begin to share your gifts a little bit more. You get to experience more of the love of who you are and enjoy your life. And so this is our intention here. Okay. So being that I am a certified Psych-K instructor, I do teach workshops that help you learn how to use this beautiful, simple, and powerful tool called Psych-K. At the end of this talk today, we'll give information of how you can reach me easily and how you can find out when my next workshops are. And really, it's a spiritual nudge. That's what happened to me when I learned Psych-K back in January of 2010. I was nudged at the time. My husband at the time was diagnosed with leukemia, and I wanted to help him heal. And actually, he's done wonderful, and he's continuing to do very well with his health as best he can, and that's his life. But I contributed however I could help. So this is what we do. We help each other, and then we most often, as most important, is help yourself. So when I first learned Psych-K, I was able to help myself first, because that's the most important piece, is to begin with yourself first. And then very quickly after that, people started just asking me for their help, because my vibration began to change. I began to change. I was able to lift myself up out of the denser, lower vibration consciousness that I was in. I was in survival, and I was in a bit of suffering, some pain experiences, that's for sure. And then I had a kind of a mix, as I definitely love joy and playfulness, and I would kind of bounce around in vibrations, up into the high stuff really fast, and then swoop right on down. And a lot of times I was really running on frustration. Frustration was probably my main go-to, because I was quite impatient, and I was always in a hurry, always rushing and messing with time. So if that is any aspects of you too, okay, you might have had similar upbringings like I did, which I think a lot of people have. Majority of us got programmed to run by our masculine energy, That is more of the doer part of us to get things done. And it is, it makes sense for the survival mechanisms that we were in. If we were in fearful situations or didn't feel completely safe or had traumas, had breakups, either breakups in the family or just breakups in within your own self. I know for me, I had sexual trauma when I was younger as an 8-year-old girl, so I know that I definitely blew up my self-worth with that one. So yes, and that this is the gift, is that we get to master and bring those pieces back within ourselves and activate our personal power and integrate the oneness of our divine power. So this is the dance here. This is the beautifulness of living as a human being here, waking up and recognizing that you're a spiritual being having a human experience. And in doing so, you get to learn lessons, receive messages, and experience in the ways that you are desiring. So that's the biggest gift and the biggest piece when you do activate your personal power. So all right, so let's dive into like the early beginning pieces. If you are surviving or you are in suffering, what is helpful is the key is that when you can recognize it. So if you can recognize that you are running off of fear to make your decisions, you're doing things just to protect your own individual separate self. That's in a separate self experience. It's because you're just vibrating in those denser energy experiences of your love. All of it's love. All of it is your unconditional love. You are a love being here. We all are. We all are equal divine love beings here that chose to forget and then came to operate in our own separate individual way. And when the time is right for each one of us, we wake up and then we recognize, I don't like this. I really don't like this at all. Which is super huge, especially for those on the far end of the spectrum that are in their own. They think they're in their power. It's actually their self-separated power. And people can describe them as narcissistic, controlling, manipulating, even harmful or hurtful, or doing things just for their own self-interest. Okay, those parts, people will experience these things to experience things because they don't know any different. A lot of times they got programmed just by their parents. Their parents were also probably in survival and probably had those natures too that they embodied. So if you can recognize this within yourself or even in others, you might be with a partner who's actually quite narcissistic or controlling or keeping you down or preventing you from being your full true self that you would love to be if you could. Those are just indicators. So those are actually gifts and blessings for you, because the key comes in is just recognizing it. Because once you recognize it, you can do something about it. Yes. And that's the gift with PSYCH-K. When you have a tool like PSYCH-K, especially if you come learn it, because then you can use it for yourself every day, like I do, and thousands of us, hundreds of thousands of us across the world are doing that. Then we get to alchemize those dense energies into our high energies of love and peace and joy and harmony. So you get to shift that and then retrieve the messages, retrieve the lessons that you learned, the purpose for why you experience those contrasting experiences. And it could be as simple as you're learning how to grow in your compassion for yourself and others. That's a big one. The compassion is meaning you're able to hold that community space of your love and light within you, even when other people are suffering. So, and that's what I learned. It was a huge piece that I learned. Instead of going to rescue people, which I was a rescuer, and helping to try and help everybody else, I began to take a step back and then learn how to unconditionally love and accept them exactly as they're choosing to be. And then just work with myself and shining the light and just offering my love, my acceptance of them. And that's the biggest gift I can give them. So for this part of the talk, we're going to be diving into our personal power first, because when you can anchor in your personal power within yourself, that will help lead you up into your divine power. And then the next time we come back, we'll be talking more about the divine power. So we're building on this, which is absolutely beautiful. And this really is how life works. We come into this life as a newborn baby. I used to be a birth nurse for 26 years. I absolutely love babies and I love birthing. That's for sure. When we come in and we don't know anything, right? We have to learn everything from everyone else who has taken care of us. That's how we agreed to be here as a human being. And then grow in time, right? As a little child and into our adolescence and into our adulthood. And yet in our adulthood, there's many of us that are still have the very hurt child within themselves. I certainly did. And we don't even realize it or know it. move through life because life kept moving and our bodies kept growing and we grew up, right? We grew up and we had to, to the best levels that we can. And at the highest level, you are doing the best you can wherever you are and however things are going. The key comes in is to look at the aspects that you don't like, okay? You don't like about yourself or about your life. That's the key piece you can use the work with PSYCH-K to help you with, because it's actually here for you, okay? Because sometimes we did have to stream through life where we go through each area that we're supposed to master and develop in our development. And a lot of times we don't. I know I certainly didn't. And then I am still growing in that, and I'm so grateful for it. And I'm guessing each one of you are too. So, hoo-hoo, even if we can just, give ourselves a little good job, we are doing the best we can in whatever area that you are ready to improve and growing is absolutely magical and perfect and it's wonderful. And then when you do and you do expand in that, woohoo, let yourself celebrate. Let yourself begin to feel the love of who you are, the joy, the bliss. And then yes, of course, you'll be working on other parts of you. That's what we do here. And it ends up actually being like a balance. So you can focus in on whatever you're ready to grow in, which is really beautiful, and also offer your time to just be, to experience. That's our feminine energy. Now, be in nature, be with friends or loved ones that you care about. Go do something that brings you joy. Then just enjoy being, enjoy experiencing. How are you here? Okay. And yes, of course, if negative thoughts come up, if situations that become stressful, or challenges come up, then that means you're ready for another round, another rodeo, another roller coaster ride with your life. The neat thing is that you can actually begin to change your perception of how you're living your life. PSYCH-K helps you greatly with that. You can do a perception change literally within minutes about something. So something that's frustrating you, bugging you, challenging you, hurting you, harming you, any of those, you get to shift that into peace and non-attachment within minutes. This is remarkable. And that's one of the favorite things I love to use about with PSYCH-K. So let's just imagine you were able to do that. Imagine you actually had the tool of PSYCH-K and you're actually doing it for yourself and letting yourself shift out of frustrations or thinking you're not good enough or thinking something's wrong with you, up into your personal power. Yes, that peace, the peace within you, the love within you, the joy within you is your personal power. It's these higher frequencies, this higher expandedness of you that you actually already are. Yes. And I know a lot of people haven't told us that, that's for sure. When you can recognize you already are pure love and pure light that agreed to come to this earth realm to experience and to forget it and to bring on other people's beliefs and experiences that you wanted to go through, challenges you wanted to experience, so that you can master who you are in your expansion of your love. And how beautiful. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing what you're doing. And let's help you activate your personal power so that you literally, when you activate your personal power, it just means that you remember again who you are, that you are a powerful being here. You are very powerful. You are the creator of your life. You are creating everything in your life right now. And when you can actually wake up and to admit that, that's super huge, especially the things you don't like about your life or the situations or people that you don't like or whatever's going on. It's just, there's just an aspect actually of you that's presenting itself in the outside world. Anything happening in your outside world is actually what's happening within you. And you can transform anything. You can shift anything. You can bring any kind of conflict happening back into peace, back into unity, back into wholeness again. And that is actually how you activate your personal power. Who is by remembering that you are powerful. Just waking up to say, okay, this is who I am. I actually am powerful. And you can even play, if you want to use imagination, the if world. If I were that powerful, just imagine if you actually were this powerful and you actually did create maybe the things that you don't like happening in your life or things what happened in your past. The gift here is that you can change them. Yes, you can change them. You can change them. And how do you best change them? The gateway is to actually reprogram your subconscious mind, because 95% to 99% of everything that's happened in your life is based on the programs running in your subconscious mind. Yes. So find a tool, find a way that you can work directly with your subconscious mind. PSYCH-K helps you greatly with that. That's for sure. And that's what my spirit led me to learn it 13 years ago. And I am here to help have others also come learn it too, just because it's a great tool. And why not have a great tool to help you? That's how I feel. I don't know how you are with that, but I'm like, hey, I would love to have every tool possible that allows my life to become as simple as it can be and as easy and fun and delightful as it can be, because I'm done with the world of struggle and pain and strife and difficulty. I did plenty of that in my younger years, that's for sure, and definitely in other lifetimes too. So, especially in this lifetime, we're ending that. That was the 20th century. That was the Pisces age, which is the illusion age. We now live in the Aquarian age, and we've been 23 years into it, just in the beginning phases of it. And yes, absolutely, for the next 1,000 years, it's going to keep getting better and better and better. That's for sure. Whoo, this is more of flying, more of the light energy, more of, just coming back to community again. This is an important aspect. We used to be more individuals in our own separateness. Now, coming into community actually activates your personal power in another magical way, because you get to begin to work with others. Yes, your personal power actually enhances, synergizes when you can unite and start collaborating, start being open with your mind and your heart for other people's ideas that actually resonate with you. Obviously, you don't want the ideas that don't resonate with you or don't feel right for you. Then yeah, just thank them. That's their ideas, and actually the opposites might even help you get very clear of what you exactly don't want. So sometimes they come into your life just to help you with that. So then you can say, okay, thank you for showing up for me, exactly what I don't want. That's what happened to a lot of my friends and my sister even. They married narcissists, or people would describe someone as a narcissist. And a narcissist energy just means that they're in their individual self-centered energy. They're below the 200 range. David Wilcox, I'm sorry, Wilkins? Oh, Hawkins. There you go. David Hawkins has the book Power versus Force. He was a chiropractor and did muscle testing and was able to calibrate like energy frequencies. 200 is the courage gateway. So courage is huge. Courage, and then going up into the 300s of willingness, allows you to open up and be the positive creator of your life. If you are vibrating in denser energy below 200, and there are still many people on this planet that still are, it's okay. They're just the contrast, or they're just the polarity of this world is showing those that are still mastering suffering and pain and survival pieces. And when they do, they will step into their personal power and connect again, wanting to serve and help in a positive way for others. If they're not there yet, a lot of the pieces, it just means they haven't activated their self-worth within them yet, meaning remembering that they are worthy to have a beautiful life, and that they are, just by being them, by being a divine being here, you are worthy. And allowing themselves to open up their heart gateway of forgiveness. Forgiveness means you are forgiving, which means you're open to giving, which you naturally, when our mechanisms are to naturally give, that we are givers. The universe is a giver for us. The divine source, love consciousness, that is everything and is running everything, and that's who we are as these incarnates here, is the giver of life, like the giver of our breath every day, the giver of the sun shining for us. We naturally are meant to be running and operating in that way, and also having the openness of receiving at the exact same time that we're giving. So as we give, we receive, and we even receive in a tenfold gain, which is quite biblical. Anyone that reads the Bible or takes aspects from that. Yeah, so that we can also give tenfold more. So that way it just keeps the giving and the receiving expands. Well, those that haven't actually risen in their vibration in that level yet are showing us not how we don't want to be. It's actually showing us who divinity is not, okay? Because it's just separating themselves from their oneness power into their individual experience, and they believe it's their individual power, which might be like a little teeny bit, that's for sure, because they're doing whatever they want, whatever they need, and a lot of it they're doing it because of survival. So they're doing the survival mechanism and actually coping with the suffering that they have. The suffering that they may be going through, or the pain they're going through, could be huge losses. Maybe they lost people in their lives that they loved, and so now they've kind of given up on life, and they don't think, maybe parts of it's not even worth living, or not living fully. That's for sure. They let go of trusting, so then they become suspicious and dependent. And there's these ranges that we get to be in. And if those that are on the polar opposite end, or the denser energies, may and will go through that. So you may have people in your life that are doing that and experiencing that. You may have aspects of yourself that are still wanting to clear some pieces of those. I know I'm still clearing pieces of those within me. And I welcome whatever wants to show up for me, because I know I'm here as the of one of the divine creators here to bring in the golden age, bring in the paradise on earth, the heaven on earth, and it begins within us. So when we activate the love and activate the personal power within ourselves, it means that we're activating our pure love essence within us. That's what it is. So the ones that aren't doing that now, and they're a bit controlling, manipulating, hurting people, harming, emotionally hurting, harming, things like that, or even physically, the best thing that we can do is to hone in on our own personal love and our ability, because we do have this amazing ability to unconditionally love and accept even those that are still hurting and harming. And yes, we can call it out. Absolutely. Anger is a good one for that. Up into your passion, that you get to, say no, learn how to have boundaries, learn how. Psyche helps you greatly with these pieces. Okay. I'm kind of throwing a lot of pieces out here, but whatever you can grab, whatever's working for you, just accept those. The other things, if it's moving too quickly or fast for you, just let it go. You're only going to grab what you're meant to. And I get that. Ooh, so beautiful. So, yes. And I know this is the important work I'm doing for myself. Whoever is in my life and whatever's happening in my life, I get my free will choice, and I am choosing in my courage, in my willingness to step into the love of who I am, and to be able to open up and unconditionally love and accept each one in my life for just being how they are. They just are doing the best they can, because that's all they can do. And then being a shining light for them, just finding ways that I can show love for them, and just being who I am, even if it does mean separation or walking away, or living in my own way. I just recently went through a divorce. So after 31 years of marriage, which was definitely, wow, even surprised me on that. And may that be a blessing to my ex, that he'll be able to grow in his own individual way now. And myself. We have to listen to our internal guidance system within us, and begin to grow in our personal power. So the key is to allow your own self to wake up to your personal power, and that's your personal power of your love. And love means openness, means accepting. It's just being open, and begin to start practicing this. Meaning, like, just start seeing how you feel. See if you can just let things go. Let go of some rigidness. Let go of aggressiveness. Let go of enduring or just sacrificing, being stuck in there. Let go of merging with everybody, losing yourself, and let go of leaving or just escaping. These were all coping skills that we did in survival. Instead, connect into your love and choose to give and choose to share and choose to connect. And you will be amazed how your personal power is going to be activating into your divine power. About how you're able to activate your personal power, and then that's going to help you leap up into your divine power. So how beautiful is that? Wonderful. Okay. So let's actually hone in on the divine power piece. Let's start talking about that. What does that even mean? How are you able to actually wake up within yourself to actually recognize you are divine power here? We actually are. We just agree to forget that we are. Isn't that interesting, huh? And one way could be, you could even look at maybe people in your life. There might be some people, hopefully, that you have in your life that you do look up to, that you think, wow, they're like really amazing. Whatever they put their mind to, they create. They have created such a beautiful life, or they have done so much, like with serving, with caring for others, for contributing and helping make a big difference in maybe a family's life or in a community's life or even in the world stage. All of those pieces. You can look at big figures that might have done that, spiritual figures, spiritual beings, and definitely connect with that. That's a big piece that is super helpful depending on what your religious beliefs are, faith-based or spiritual practices or philosophies, is let them help you. We are being so greatly helped right now in waking up that we're not just these human beings that just come here and die and then that's it. We turn to dirt. That was just a belief that was taught to some people. You get to agree. You get to open up and recognize and wake up and remember who you are and start finding out. So, what is life all about? What are you all about? Who are you? These are key questions to ask yourself. Give yourself some quiet time, alone time. Alone means all one time. So there you go, connecting into your one divineness, okay, your divine power. And yeah, and really hone in and really see, So if you ask yourself, so who am I? Is that even possible? Could I be more from the angelic realm? Could I be from a higher galactic star systems? These are pieces that people haven't even asked themselves yet, questions of. These are the things that have opened up within me and many others that a lot of us are. A majority of us are here. And that we agree to forget all of that, come in, be a human being, and then begin to start waking up to these things. So you might be getting, health issues, relationship issues, or even financial issues, big, massive breakdowns or major changes to help assist you in your spiritual awakening, help assist you to activate your personal power and your divine power, so that you get to be a great creator here for your life and begin to help contribute and help with the beautiful transformation that's happening with humanity and with Mother Earth. So we welcome you for that. Okay, so divine power. If you're okay to just imagine that this means it is from your heart center. Your divine power comes from your heart center. It actually works with your will, your solar plexus area is the honing in of the connection of your lower chakras to your higher chakras. So your solar plexus piece, I am content, I am perfect, beautiful, a blessing here. Knowing that you're made so uniquely and so beautiful. And as your individual unique self, integrating that, become one with divinity, one with source consciousness, with all that is the creator of this world and this universe in each element of your life. So this is a piece, if you are able to just let yourself recognize this is who I am, you'll be like, push, a lot of things can happen for you, okay? If you have resistance with it, it's okay. A lot of us do, because a lot of us got beliefs that said that we're not this and has held us back or has kept our amazing bright light dim, a bit dim, or a bit of just, lack of worthiness or lack of that. PSYCH-K helps greatly with that, and just having a private session in an hour, which I just had a couple clients this morning, they're already activating themselves with this, their personal power and the divine power in these sessions. It's so miraculous. So miraculous. The one woman this morning, she activated that, right. Yeah, she has the right to have her own beliefs and to let go of other people's beliefs. Wow. That's super huge, because she was taught all kinds of things that maybe don't resonate with her now. And at the subconscious level of the mind, when you're able to upgrade that within you, it's amazing. She's feeling better already. She was having some health issues, so that's going to help her tremendously. Our bodies manifest what's in our mental and emotional bodies. So when you can work at the mental emotional body part, which PSYCH-K does help you with, then your physical body then can begin to return back to equilibrium, back to health, back to wholeness again. Yes, because that's everything. When we return and remember again that we are whole, and let go of any illusion of separation, that's when, right, you begin to feel a heck of a lot better, which is super wonderful, which means you're vibrating at a higher frequency. And then things start happening where you live more in the synchronicity, in the flow, more in harmony. And you can be a great contribution, just whoever is with you, just in your voice, just in your presence, just in your sharing of your gifts and contributions that you can do. So thank you for that. This is the gift of activating your personal power and your divine power within you. So there are pieces that are important to clean up. So it's kind of like seeing this is like the centralness when you can hone in and centralize. So we talked about the solar plexus in the heart, right? With your personal power at your solar plexus area and your divine power, which is at your heart area. Oh, isn't this awesome? So you get the two connections, your solar plexus and your heart. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And if you can look up more about chakras. There's your energetic body system. Your root chakra is the one that roots you as a human being here. There can be a lot of fear energies there. Psyche helps greatly with this, okay? To transmute those fears into your love and then fully anchor you in with Mother Earth as a full human being here. And let that operation system run from your love. And then your sacral is the one that is just above your root, which is the gateway of your womb. So for women, we have wombs, and men, you actually have a womb too. Believe it or not, your sacral womb. And these are the pieces where a lot of our hurts, a lot of our pains will go to that area. That's why many women will have issues with their periods or menses or through menopause, hot flashes. They're burning all that stuff off. It's amazing what our bodies will do. Psyche can help you to shift those things so that you can live more in the wonder, the play, the love, the bliss, and alchemize things by shifting the programs that you're running. So your sacral is full of creativity as a human being here, because we are creative beings. So we're meant to be creative. We're meant to feel deeply. So that's in your feelings. That's what people say. Oh, I have a gut feeling about something. Yeah, absolutely. And your intestines are digesting everything. How about that? And you are digesting things. You're digesting, people's ideas and the world's ideas. And then, well, how about your own ideas? Well, how would you like to have? So that's the gift. When you can start defecating, letting go of other people's stuff, other people's shit, and you embody your truth. How cool is that, right? And then allow it to be in the higher energy flows. Allow yourself to resonate in the love of who you are, so your creativity can be openness about the joys and interconnectedness and beauty. You can bring beauty in. Okay. And then moving up the ladder of your chakras is that solar plexus area. This is literally when you can say that my will and divine will are one. Divine will and my will are one. When these become one, this is the gateway of you fully stepping into your heart chakra, where is our biggest potent chakra is. It is the true essence of who we are. It's our love, the opening of our love. Just like your heart fills with all the blood that you have, of all the nutrients and oxygen that you have, and then ejects it out to your whole body. It is a filling, receiving, and then also letting go and expanding and flowing. So we are meant to operate that the exact same way with our love. We're meant to fill ourselves with our love, fully fill, and we can fill ourselves literally with the sun, with the breath, with being in nature, being around positive energy. Yeah, letting yourself, even with the power of your mind, go in and just imagine what is the most beautiful place you'd love to be. Well, what helps you feel the safest? What helps you feel the most loved and wanted and belong? You get to actually create that even in the power of your imagination. Yes. And you can actually do it in real life. So go to places like I'm living in the woods now. It's where I want to be. Yeah, and living in simplicity. So you'll shift into what's meaningful for you. This is your heart center, is the love, your true love, which is the true essence of who you are. And it's meant to be open. It's meant to feel safe to be open, to share the love of who you are, and to receive all the love that comes back. Because, operating with universal law principles of correspondence, which is absolutely beautiful, in the law of cause and effect, whatever you give out, you will receive. It's like what you sow, you will reap. Okay. So what you give, you will receive. What you receive, then you can give again. So start giving from your love, and it is who you are. It doesn't take any work. It's just the key comes in is actually connecting with that part of you, which means fall in love with yourself again. Yes, absolutely. That is a key piece of activating your personal power, because your personal power is your love. It's your heart center. How cool is that, right? Woo! And then the higher chakras is like speaking through your throat, like we're doing here right now. I'm doing right here now with all of our spirit team and your spirit team talking through me. The expression of our love through our throat chakra, through our voice, allows us to manifest and create what it is our heart's desires are, from our personal power, from our creativity, from the roots of Mother Earth, of being a human being here, knowing we're loved and safe and welcomed. Yes. Woohoo. And then we get to lift up into our third eye, this part here, the internal vision that you have, the internal hearing that you have, an internal sensing and feeling that you have. We actually have all these mechanisms within us. And when you become lighter and freer and more connected with those, well, that's the gifts of connecting multi-galactically or connecting into other timelines of past lives or future lives that we are already having created. And then you lift up into your crown chakra, your crown. You are a king and queen. Just know you are already a crown, crowned with pure love and the connection with all divinity, connection with all love and of the whole universe, of all interconnectedness, of the I am presence, of your crown, of that connection that you are a spiritual being having this human experience. So letting all of this flow and connect all the way up to central sun source, and then down into Mother Earth's central sun, and letting all this energy flow through you is the key for you to be living in your oneness of your divine power. So that any aspects you go over to one way, which might be being in survival mode and pain, okay, yeah, we're going to be clearing those pieces up. With Psyche, you get to transmute those into what you want in your new way. Be the creator of what you want. And then be able to speak these in, be able to activate this within your subconscious. And then the other part might be, you might be a sacrificer. That's definitely what I did a lot of overgiving and letting myself go and kind of losing myself. So bring that back into knowing who you are. You are unique and you are perfect the way you are in your divinity, in your love of a human being here, and allow yourself to experience it and share it. Yes, becoming one with your divine power. Beautiful pieces here that we offer today to activate your personal power, to recognize who you are as a love and light being here, and that you do have important gifts to share here. And the power you have is the power of your love. And to connect yourself with the spiritual aspects of you, the divine aspects of you, the oneness aspects of you, meaning your connection and interconnection to all knowingness, your interconnection to the beautiful energy that governs this whole universe, including this beautiful planet Earth. Yes. And you get to decide what that means for you, whether it's in religious practices or spiritual practices, or even science practices. You get to choose however you would love to have this mean for you. Ooh, if you're willing to open up to know that you're way more than you can even imagine yourself to be, that we are literally becoming superhumans here. The gifts that we're going to be offering and sharing so that we can heal our own bodies, which we're already doing now, and we're going to be increasing that. So we get to heal our relationships back into love and deep bonding with us, and to live in abundance, to have our finances be an easy, of course, practice of sharing our gifts that we are received abundantly for the gifts that we offer and share. And living your purpose, living your passion, living fully here, wanting to live here, wanting to know you matter here. These are huge pieces to activate your personal power and your remembrance of this, and your divine power, to stand in your divine power, to orchestrate your life for how you desire out of pure love, knowing whatever you do is good for all. Okay. And when that happens, it just becomes natural to live in this way. Yes, we are so proud of you, because I know you're doing it. If you're listening to this talk, you're already doing it. So yes, let yourself celebrate. And we highly recommend you come learn PSYCH-K. PSYCH-K is an amazing tool. And if you're here listening to this talk, that means you're meant to learn it. I am one of the certified PSYCH-K instructors. There's about, I think, 27 of us across the world. I live in America, in Michigan, the Midwest. And I will be teaching, so I'll let you know my schedule here. In order to get a hold of me, one, you can contact me if you'd like to have a private session with me and just begin working with using PSYCH-K. That's the fastest way. And then come to one of my workshops. That would be awesome. So the best way is to reach me is to go to my website, igniteandhealyourlife.com. Igniteandhealyourlife, life.com. Igniteandhealyourlife.com. And click the contact button, contact us button, and you can offer your phone number, and that will be your email. And then we can connect with texting through the phone. And I'm happy to answer questions you have and help guide you on your way. Yes. So, and happy to help. I'm here. This is why I'm here. I know my purpose here, and I'm happy to serve in the way that I'm being called to serve. So, yeah, and I would love it if you are open to receive. And if you are ready to make the changes in even a faster, long-standing meaning, because you can use this for yourself on a daily basis, you'll have a tool to help you with your transformational changes that we're going through. Come to one of my workshops. I'll be teaching near Boise, Idaho in July 21st to the 23rd. So in July, come to Idaho, Boise, Idaho. I'm also offering an online workshop for those that aren't able to travel or prefer to just learn and begin just with themselves. When you go to an in-person, you'll be learning how to work with others and yourself. So you get to do both. And you'll learn 2 balance change processes, 2 tools that the subconscious mind can use to make these changes fast and effectively for you. Coming to the online, you'll begin with 1 change process. It's a very potent one. It's beautiful, the first one. And you begin just working with yourself until you're ready to move on, whether the level 2 online, you can work with others, or begin coming to the in-person. Okay. So July 21st weekend, Boise, Idaho. The last weekend of July is online. You go to my website and do that, and you get to go from the comforts of your home and begin working with yourself. I would love to connect with you. Okay. If you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area or the Midwest area, I'll be there the first weekend of August. So August 4th through the 6th for that. Yes, absolutely. So I'm excited for each one of these. Yes, yes, yes. In September, I'll be teaching in 3 different locations. I'll be teaching in Toronto, Canada, and that is, let's see, the 15th, September 15th weekend in Toronto, Canada. September 22nd weekend, it will be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So in the nice warm Florida. And then in September 29th weekend, we'll be in Wasilla, Alaska. So if you live in Alaska or you want to go there, we recommend you shoot up there. And then in October 27th weekend, I'll be in Berkeley, California. So find the right spots. If you have a good connection with me, I'd love to be the one to help activate within you your personal power, your divine power, and let you fly. This has been such a joy to be with all of you. You have this, you got this, and it can become easier. PSYCH-K helps it become easier, and that's the biggest gift it gives us. Okay, how about things become more fast and effective and easier, and then you get to begin to live your true essence because you're ready. And if you're ready, come aboard.